Hey, you guys, I just want to say thank you guys for all the encouraging words. They really touched my heart because I'm not going to say I was ashamed of what I was going through. It was just hard trying to express what I was going through because the headaches got worse last year. They got extremely bad this year to the point it was the sight of like extreme light would trigger my headaches, loud noises to the point I only want to be in the dark. I needed to be extremely cold just to cool my body off. I could stand up and I would get sick on my stomach, like nauseous, like weak, like I'm losing my balance. And it would be times that if I just jump up in the wrong way, I tense up because I'm hurting. And it's just like sometimes I didn't even want to leave the bed. And trying to explain to everybody what's going on, I was feel like I was closing myself in trying to make somebody understand what was going on. So April 23rd, I ended up going to the doctor, going to the emergency room because I was at work and I was moving, and I ended up stumbling. And at then my client was like, hey, let me call somebody to see if urgent care can get you in. My sister work at urgent care. I'm finna call my sister and we finna see if she can get you in. And her sister ended up calling her and was like, hey, what's going on? She explained what was going on, and she went and spoke with the doctor that was there, and he was like, she need to go to the emergency room. She's having stroke-like symptoms. And get to the emergency room. Of course, it's so packed that they doing everything. Oh, you don't have nothing. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna give you some information, and you just follow up. So me being me, I never really look at the paperwork, but just so happened they gave me an ambulatory referral to go see someone. But I end up checking with my primary doctor and listening to her. Of course, she prescribed me something else and told me what the emergency room gave me to not to take anymore. So as we end up dealing with the neurologist, I had saw him before because when I had the mild stroke in 2018 with having the seizures, he is who I was dealing with. And he was just like, okay, so are the headaches, like how many are you having? And I'm expressing them. I'm having them more than normal to the point it's scary that I be scared to go to sleep. Sometimes I just sit there and I don't move because I don't want the obstetrical neuralgia to trigger anything, and it's hard trying to explain. So going back and forth to the doctor, I was like, he said that I had this aneurysm since August the 29th of 2024. Had I looked at my paperwork and paid close attention, it would have been something that we would have been on top of. But them saying that it was small and it wasn't nothing that was at risk at the time, it wasn't a bother. So as the headaches continue to worsen, that's when they started paying attention to it. Hey, we need to get tested, see if it's getting bigger. So after they did and they noticed it got bigger, we end up getting a second opinion. And I did not know at the time that this guy was a surgeon, and he felt as though we needed to go ahead and attack this situation instead of coming back every 2 to 3 months to get tested to see if it's getting bigger. Let's go ahead and attack it so that we can get everything flowing back to normal. And reality then had started to set in, like, Lord, thank you. I just got to thank you right now because I know people that went to sleep dealing with aneurysms that didn't wake up. Lord, I thank you for keeping me to be in my right mind and continue pushing forward with the doctors. Lord, I'm going to still thank you. Even though I'm crying, I'm ugly crying, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror because even with this test that has been brought upon me, I can still say, Lord, I thank you for keeping me. Lord, I thank you because you scared us all. But hey, we human and I'm your child. You my father. You know me better than anybody. And Lord, I know that whatever's going on is already covered. So I understand what this surgeon is saying, Lord God, but you my doctor. You my president, you my head, and not the tail. And I'm just gonna say thank you. I'm thanking you in advance for what's already about to be done in my life. But this was for me to self-reflect, to understand that if you don't take the time to be a voice for yourself, who do you expect will? You have to start taking time for yourself. I've seen so many comments about being dizzy. I'm seeing so many comments of people dealing with so many things that are similar that we ignore because those can be coming signs of a headache, but everything isn't so common. Take the extra mile. If your primary doctor not paying attention, on to the next. I need to go see somebody who will hear what I'm saying and take into consideration that this is my body. Everything a test may show at the ER is different with a specialist. So please go get a second opinion about something. I wasn't as strong when I found this information out. So, of course, I was a bucket of tears. Y'all, I was ugly crying. I'm talking about ugly crying to the point I couldn't do nothing but look at my husband. And I admire his strength. I admire his strength because it has kept me going. I come from a family that prays. I come from a family that prays. And when I left, when I got the word that I would have, I called my dad. So everything, and that faith that man has, let me tell y'all something about Mr. Craig. He can put a word on you like no other. Call my mama. And everybody know, mamas, we gonna be mama's baby until, hey, we ain't mama's babies no more. I don't care how old we are, we don't grow old to our parents. And the love that they share for me, my siblings, I thank them. I thank everybody that was attached to me when I didn't know how to be a voice for myself. And not going through a situation alone is everything. So I advise you guys to seek any attention y'all need with y'all needs for y'all health. I'm young. I'm gonna be 37. And you can't put an age on anything, but you got to pay attention to yourself. And I just want to say I thank all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. So most definitely, the Purple Hearts, it let me know that we did Purple Hearts for Grandmama Nancy. Lord knows I miss her. And if she was here, she'll be saying, what you doing all that crying for? You know God, you better try. And I take certain words, but I cry because when you water a plant, a flower, it grows. And my tears are me just growing to be stronger in the word. It's me just growing because I know what God has brought me from. I know what God is taking me through. But my tears are, I'm preparing myself for where God is about to take me. Not in this journey, but God got something in store for me. And I want my heart and my mind to be on one page so that I don't miss my blessing when God come around handing out blessings. So Purple Hearts for me.